My journey led me here, so be your own boss. I got started in barbering in high school. I was in AP Art. AP Art's teacher was like, hey, you can draw, you paint. We think that the barber program would be an excellent fit for you, right? So I went into the barber program. So I was just like excited about it. It felt like I was the best guy, number one. And out the gate, I graduated high school. I cut in the barbershop that I used to get my hair cut in at the moment, which was called Shortstop Barbershop. But everybody went on with their lives. I received a bachelor's in marketing and from K-State, Kentucky State University. And from there, I kept cutting the whole time. When UK called and said they need haircuts, we would go out there and cut them. The whole John Walls era and Anthony Davis eras, like we was out there cutting them. I did actually keep barbering as a hustle all the way until 2017. So I did a whole bunch of other stuff. I joined the Army. I was a manager for Radio Shack. I was a manager for Boldmore AMF, Bowling Alleys. I worked for Pepsi as a merchandiser. I opened a company called Artificial Images. We were a multimedia production company that did the B-rolls and shots for TNT, the network. I was doing all these other jobs and stuff, but I didn't really spend the checks. I spent my barber money, and I would cut all day and do all those things, and still had a full load in classes. And I had a son at that time, and then I ended up having a daughter at the time. It's all in college. I was like really juggling. I was just like, I had a lot of stuff going on by the time I was like 20, 21. The reason why I ended up being a barber full-time, barbershop and all that, is because I was tired of doing all these things for all these people, and I'll focus all of my energy and resources on being a barber. One of my friends opened a grocery store. I'm like, how did you do it? He's like, so what I encourage you to do, Will, is get the bill. He was like, because if you build it, they come. That's the old saying that we hear. Because I was trying to do all this stuff with trying to set a barbershop up without a building. I went to other barbershops and I asked them, what did you do to open your shop, right? And a lot of barbershops said, just keep cutting here. I swear, did not give me any information. Called one of my guys in the Army. He's like, hey Glenn, I think you need to talk to my barbershop owner. He's a cool guy. He'll give you all the answers. What he said to me was he and his team sat down and they came up with their full plan on how to open their shop, and he did it with his guys, and they did that, and they made that happen. They went to the bank, they got this stuff together. I tried to do that same format. I had like 10, 15,000 in the bank at the time. I asked the bank for money, and I asked for like 5,000. It was like, no. And I'm like, why not? Like, I have like almost an 800 credit score. Everything's fine. Like, I'm getting lots of credit for like tens of thousands. Can I get a loan? No. And I always felt like it was a demographic thing, right? But I've also talked to all my brothers and sisters who be like, no, I get loans and stuff. It's happened with me. And then, of course, they had this new report that came out that my bank is the worst, number one on that list. I have a lot of money flowing through there. So you all should be trying to help me with improving my business growth. But at the same time, since that, I pretty much never like applied for another like outside loan from a bank. From there, I have all of my clients, friends, and family support and help. I was talking and trying to make it happen and trying to get funding and all this stuff for 2 years. And then when I went on and found a building and got the building, that's when everybody started calling me. Everything started coming because they see that you're putting in the work. So I was actually homeless for a while before like things kicked off. I was homeless during Corona. It was a short stint, of course, but it was in a time because I had to pay the bills on the shop, right? And keep my shop open. And this is my source of income. And 2020 was supposed to be the best year on the map. So now I don't have any business coming in, right? Still had monthly rent that was due on the location. So it amounted to about $8,000 to keep the business open, to renew my lease. I sacrificed, my living situation to make sure that my business stays open. For that, in the time of when the company does open back up, I'll be able to recoup and make money and get my life back going. But if I end up ending this, then it's gonna be a long road trying to start back over. You have to be locked into yourself when everything else around you in this world lets you down. Because within yourself, you know what you're supposed to do and what you have to do to make it succeed when everything else fails. When I was opening a barbershop, and why I love a barbershop so much is because I wanted to open a business where everyone is on an equal scale and we can all grow together, and I can franchise the barbershop. These guys go to be the managers of the next locations and be my part owners and stuff like that as we franchise, and they have percentages. So it's a team. So we're a team now. It's no longer like, oh, this is a company, your employees and nothing. We're a team. If they fail, I fail. If I fail, they fail. So we need each other. So this is real. I love that type of concept. I have a barber school now. So I opened up Photo Fresh Academy to start teaching barbers how to be barbers, and I'm franchising the barbershop. So as I'm franchising Photo Fresh Cuts, we will also have training facilities that teaches our barbers to learn how to make the most money they can, and they can come to our barbershops or any of our partner barbershops that we partner with in the areas, as well as you can be an owner of our franchise and you make residual income right out the gate in school. So I have a lot of little benefits and programs for them, and tuition is $2,400, and so it's low cost to everybody, and I'm trying to change the entire game. With that, we also are doing memberships. So that's something new to the barber industry that's going to fluster a lot of barbers, but it's still going to help us. What I've always encouraged is for our money to be more consistent without having to be on a commission format. So you have two different types of barbershops, commission and booth fee. You can do booth fee, and then you can do commission, and you can do membership. As you do booth fee or something like that, then you would have memberships. And as people pay your monthly membership and they can come up to 5 times a month and get a haircut, then that's a lump sum check, and we have everything broken down and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about things, and you keep all of your funds, and it goes towards your healthcare benefits and everything else. So for example, inside the academy, we have 3 memberships. It's $40 a month, $30 a month, and $20 a month. $30 for teens, and it's $20 for kids. You want to book with the Cut app through us as well. You book with the Cut app, and you're still serviced for your appointments. I always give mad love to everybody. It's recognize that you gotta put your work in, everybody keep going how they do, and everybody grows, and we all make our money, and we all link back up. And that's how you remain from being a crab in a barrel or from holding your brothers and sisters back. If you can sponsor and support each other and appreciate each other blossoming and growing, then all that's gonna happen within our community is we're gonna flourish. But it's when we hate on each other and we're sad and salty or jealous is when envy is involved and things start to fall apart. It's always about the blessings and the upcomings. I feel like in the barbering industry, we sometimes try to make ourselves too cool. You'll cool yourself out of opportunity.